Hello and welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to Business Point on Global Television, your hub for topical discussions in the world of business, where we look at tech, innovation, as well as government policies. My name is Queen Agaba. And today we will be having a rundown of all that has been happening in the world of business, the news relating in the world of business, as well as the Nigerian Stock Market Exchange. We'll begin with MTN and Airtel repaying $1.2 billion loan to ease FX burden. MTN Nigeria Communications PLC and Airtel Africa have aggressively cut their foreign debt, repaying $1.2 billion in 2024 to ease foreign exchange burden as they chart a path back to profitability. Following the Naira's steep depreciation in 2023, both telcos suffered $1.56 billion in foreign exchange losses. Now, the First Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN's unification of the country's foreign exchange market in June 2023 triggered a sharp devaluation of the Naira to 471 Naira per dollar from 1,043.9 Naira per dollar by December 28, 2023, and also 1,512.3 Naira per dollar by March 7, 2025. MTN Nigeria declared its first loss after tax of 137 billion naira since its 2019 listing on the Nigerian Stock Exchange in 2023, while Airtel Africa, which had 50.9 million subscribers in Nigeria as of March 2024, reported a loss after tax of $89 million for its full year ended March 2024, primarily due to FX headwinds in Nigeria and Malawi. To mitigate further FX-induced losses, MTN and Airtel have now aggressively cut foreign exchange liabilities. MTN Nigeria slashed its outstanding letters of credit dollar obligations from $416.6 million as of 31st December 2023 to $20.8 million by the end of 2024. Airtel Africa, on its part, repaid $739 million in foreign currency debt over the last year, reducing its foreign currency debt exposure. Both companies believe that reducing their foreign currency obligations is key to strengthening their financial positions. At the end of 2023, Olusegun Ogunsoya, the Chief Executive Officer of Airtel Africa, stated that they will continue to focus on reducing their exposure to currency volatility. However, the debt reduction came at a cost, significantly impacting MTN's financials, despite reporting a record revenue of 3.36 trillion naira for 2024. It recorded a 400.44 billion naira loss after tax due to forex losses arising from the revaluation of foreign currency denominated obligations. Let's take a quick break before we look at ministries, departments, and agencies of the federal government owing over 100 billion naira in unpaid bills to electricity distribution companies, DISCOs. We'll be right back after the break. Many thanks for staying with us on the program. If you've just joined us, this is Business Point here on Global Television, your hub for topical discussions in the world of business. Now, ministries, departments, and agencies of the federal government owe over 100 billion naira in unpaid bills to electricity distribution companies, despite a 15 billion naira government allocation aimed at addressing legacy debts. This situation has left DISCOs struggling to stay afloat, further crippling the already fragile electricity supply in the country. What are the impacts on DISCOs and consumer? Now, the failure of MDAs to settle their electricity debts has exacerbated the financial woes of DISCOs, which are already burdened by inefficiencies, outdated infrastructure, and rising operational costs. As a result, consumers are left to bear the burns of the crisis, with frequent power outages, poor service delivery, and rising tariffs becoming the norm in many parts of the country. Now, examples of MDAs debts, some notable examples would include the Presidential Villa, owes Abuja Electricity Distribution Company, as AEDC, 923 million naira. The Ministry of Defense owes AEDC 5.43 billion naira. The Ministry of Education owes AEDC 1.82 billion naira. The Ministry of Health owes 1.19 billion naira. The proposed solution to address the crisis, stakeholders have proposed several measures, which includes establishing a dedicated task force to recover debt owed by MDAs, introducing prepaid meters for all government agencies, implementing a more transparent and efficient billing system to prevent disputes and ensure timely payment. Well, in other news, Bureau de Change operators, BDCs, are sounding the alarm that commercial banks are hoarding dollars, which is threatening the stability of the naira. According to Aminu Gwadabe, president of the Association of Bureau de Change Operators of Nigeria, APCON, BDCs are struggling to get dollars from commercial banks despite the Central Bank of Nigeria's directive. This dollar hoarding has led to a sharp decline in the naira's value, with the currency losing 3.5% of its value in just 2 days. The naira is currently trading at 1,580 naira per dollar in the parallel market, also known as the black market. The BDCs are calling on the CBN to intervene and ensure that commercial banks release the hoarded dollars. Gwadabe urged the CBN to fine-tune its interventions in the retail FX market and grant approval for dollar cash imports to licensed operators. The issue is not new, as the CBN had previously accused commercial banks of hoarding over $5 billion in foreign currencies. The CBN has also mandated banks to release excess foreign currency to individuals and businesses in need of foreign exchange. Now, the situation has sparked concerns about the impact on the economy, with some experts warning that the naira could further depreciate if the dollar hoarding continues. In other news, Nigeria's external reserves have declined to a 6-month low, but experts say this isn't a deal breaker for investors. A central bank Governor Olayemi Cardoso had actually warned investors about this expected dip in reserves during a meeting last year. The decline in external reserves is largely due to a slowdown in US dollar inflows and sustained foreign exchange intervention. Despite this, the Central Bank of Nigeria has been defending the naira, selling millions of dollars to authorized dealer banks to boost FX liquidity in the official window. Investors are still optimistic about Nigeria's economy, and the decline in external reserves isn't seen as a major concern. Meanwhile, the CBN's efforts to stabilize the naira and improve foreign exchange liquidity are likely to continue, which should support investor confidence. It's worth noting that Nigeria's external reserves have been volatile in recent times. In August 2024, the reserves declined by 0.68% to $36.620 billion. However, the CBN has been working to stabilize the reserves and support the naira. Now we look at Nigeria and the United Arab Emirates, UAE, which is set to hold talks to address the challenges Nigerians face in obtaining UAE visas. The decision was made during a courtesy visit by UAE Ambassador Salem Said Al Shami to Nigeria's Minister of State for Foreign Affairs, Bianca Odumegu Ojukwu. The talks aim to resolve concerns over visa restrictions and strengthen, diplomatic and economic ties between the two nations. Many Nigerians, particularly those seeking tourism visas, have faced difficulties securing entry into the UAE, despite the country's long-standing diplomatic and economic ties. Bianca Ojukwu highlighted the significant economic footprint of Nigerian travelers in the UAE, with nearly 1 million Nigerians visiting the country in 2015 and spending over $1 billion on shopping, tourism and other economic activities. The minister also emphasized the need for clear guidelines on UAE visa policies, expressing concerns over the opaque nature of current policies. Al-Shamsi reassured that the UAE is committed to strengthening ties with Nigeria, stating that he has ensured the issuance of visas to both government officials and private individuals since assuming office in Abuja. Let's take a quick break now. When we return, we will look at other issues and the Nigerian stock exchange market. Please stay with us. We'll be right back.
That global television can be watched in Nigeria and all over the world.
Download the Global TV Nigerian mobile app for Android and iOS devices to watch global television real-time from around the world. What are you waiting for?
Start downloading and stay connected to global television.
Do you know that global television can be watched in Nigeria and all over the world?
Download the Global TV Nigerian mobile app for Android and iOS devices to watch global television real-time from around the world. What are you waiting for?
Start downloading and stay connected to global television.
Many thanks for staying with us on the program. If you've just joined us, this is Business Point on Global Television, your hub for topical discussions in the world of business. Now we're looking at Nigeria's pension funds administration space, which witnessed significant growth, with assets under management reaching an unprecedented $22.5 trillion as of December 2024. The sector's transformation since the introduction of the Contributory Pension Scheme, CPS, in 2004 has laid a robust foundation for long-term savings mobilization, contributing to GDP growth and capital market development. There are key trends and developments that we should be looking at. Consolidation. The National Pension Commission, PENCOM, has approved the merger between ARM Pension Managers and Access Pensions Limited, creating a new entity named Access ARM Pensions Limited. Technological advancement. The integration of artificial intelligence and blockchain technology is expected to revolutionize fund administration and also reduce costs and improving service delivery. Sustainable investing. There's a growing emphasis on sustainable investing, with pension fund administrators considering climate risks and sustainable metrics in their investment decisions. Increased transparencies. PFAs are also required to provide regular reports to contributors detailing the performance of their pension funds and progress towards achieving retirement goals. But there are challenges and opportunities as well, one of which would consider coverage gap. A significant portion of Nigeria's workforce, particularly in the informal sector, remains outside the pension system. Administrative inefficiencies also. PFAs face challenges in generating attractive returns for contributors while ensuring the safety of pension funds. Growth potential. The pension sector has the potential to drive economic growth, facilitate capital market development, and provide a source of patient capital of infrastructure projects. Overall, Nigeria's pension fund administration space is poised for continued growth and developments driven by technological advancements, sustainable investing, and increased transparency. However, addressing the coverage gap and administrative inefficiencies will be crucial to unlocking the sector's full potential. In another news, the Treasury Single Account TSA scheme is a financial management tool implemented by the Nigerian government to promote transparency, accountability, and efficiency in public financial management. The TSA scheme is an antidote to the challenges of managing public finances, offering several benefits, one of which will be consolidation of government account into a single account, providing a comprehensive view of government finances. Also, TSA promotes transparency by making all government transactions visible and trackable. TSA also holds government officials accountable for their financial actions, reducing risk of mismanagement and corruption. We also have minimizing revenue leakages by ensuring that government revenues are collected and accounted for in a single account. They streamline government financial transactions and also reduce the time cost associated with managing multiple accounts, and also better cash management. They also enable the government to manage its cash flows more effectively, reducing the need for short-term borrowing. And lastly, let's just look at the challenges and opportunities with this TSA scheme. The implementation challenges. We have resistance, change resistance, the challenge of some government officials resisting the implementation of TSA due to concerns about loss of control or transparency. And then there are also technical capacity. We understand that these scheme requires significant technical capacity, which includes expertise in financial management and also information technology. But what are the opportunities for improvement? It provides opportunities for improving public financial management, including the development of more accurate and timely financial reports. But just to put this, that the TSA scheme is a critical tool for promoting effective public financial management in Nigeria, and its implementation requires careful planning, significant technical capacity, and a commitment to transparency and accountability. As we wrap up, let's look at Nigeria's Energy Compact, which is a significant step towards achieving the country's energy goals. But analysts and experts believe it's essential to look beyond Mission 300. Mission 300 aims to connect 300 million Africans to electricity by 2030. But Nigeria's energy needs to transcend this goal. The National Energy Compact of Nigeria is a 26-page document that outlines the country's energy plans, but critics also argue that it lacks detail and ambition. For instance, the document doesn't provide a comprehensive roadmap for achieving universal electricity access by 2030. And the concerns of these experts are that to address these, certain developments have been recommended. For example, a 5-year comprehensive and transformative strategy energy plan, which should focus on increasing power generation, improving transmission and distribution infrastructure, and promoting renewable energy sources. Now we move over to the Nigerian Stock Exchange. The Nigerian Stock Exchange, NGX, has experienced a decline in its all-share index by 1.19% over the past week, primarily due to downturns in the premium and other subsectors. This decline is reflected in the NGX market capitalization, which currently stands at 66.7 trillion naira. Top gainers and losers. Some notable top gainers include Livestock Feeds, which saw a 9.87% increase in share price, closing at 8.35 naira per share. Honeywell Flour Mill with a 9.8% gain, Unicel Interlinked, which rose by 9.69%, May and Baker Nigeria with a 9.66% increase. On the other hand, the top losers were Ikeja Hotel, which experienced a 9.7% decline in share price, Transcorp Nigeria with a 9.46% drop, FCMB Group, which fell by 7.61%, Caviton Offshore Support Group with a 5.8% decline. And then the market indices and performance. The NGX All-Share Index increased by 242.12 points to close at 106,538.60, representing a one-week loss of 1.19% and a year-to-date gain of 3.51%. That's how much we can bring to you on Business Point today. Don't forget to follow us across all social media platforms using @Global TV NG and other handles now showing on your screen. I'm Queen Agaba. Thank you for watching and see you again.